Hey everybody, it's Doom here from Dungeons and Doom Biscuit, and we're back in the monster manual, and we're working on the Carrion crawler. So the Carrion crawler is essentially a 10-foot long, 8 tentacled, coming out of the bottom of his mouth, gross, rotten meat eater. It'll eat living meat too, but it really wants rotten meat. So that's the art. So I have some ideas. I have some beads here, and I have a spider. So what I'm going to do is resource down this spider so we can steal his legs for the tentacles, maybe. They might be a little too big, though. We'll see. I'm thinking I'm just going to use the spider's torso as the head. I don't know. I think I've got it chopped in too much of a crazy piece now. All right, let's set it off to the side, and we'll come back and see. All right, so let's do our base. We're going to need some baking soda. Something to use for the base. Piece of cardboard or a piece of plastic or a poker chip like I'm using, whatever you're using. And so this base, I want to kind of make him kind of climbing up over it. So if you have a little cutoff we've used from previous projects. Then just get a toothbrush and knock off the excess. Okay. So we want to get some rocks on here and have them kind of climbing up over this. So let me get my larger rocks. See if we can't make a little mound or something that he's climbing up. Okay, so we're just going to get a basic shape going. Okay. Then we're going to need some glue to hold all it together, because the super glue will just, or that hot glue will just not do it by itself. Okay. Okay. Get your little stick and make sure it's all rubbing in there and connecting and stuck. And we're just going to get a little fabric. An old t-shirt. Something like that. Wipe off some of this excess. Whoops. We lost our big rock on top. Okay. So what we're going to do to get our rock back on there is we're going to get a dab of this gel. Okay. Alright, that's not sticking. Okay. And we're going to set this in front of the glue while we start working on our main body. Where was this guy at? Besides stuck to my hand. Go. There we go. Alright, it's gone. We don't need that piece. Alright, setting that in front of the fan to dry out. And let's start working on our body of our dude here. So what I have is some kind of wire. And what I want to do is I just want to kind of get that on there, and that'll be the beginning of him. And we're going to use some smaller beads. Wait a minute, is that any smaller? Yeah, a little bit. We're going to get littler beads. And work out the rest of his shape. He's about 2 inches long. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull that big one off and work with these little ones here. We're at just under 2 inches, so we're going to be a teeny bit over 2 inches, and that's okay. So what we want to do is we want to kind of figure out how our shape's going to work. I think it's going to be something like this. And we want to get some beads glued together. And this doesn't have to be pretty, because we're going to be coming back and dealing with all this better. So you can set that somewhere to dry. I'm just going to hang it off of that edge there. Like that. Alright. Let's get our base. This should be mostly cool by now, I'm guessing. Let's figure out how he's going to sit on that. Oh, it's not quite dry. Alright, let's give that a minute to cool down a bit. Alright, we'll let that cool and then we'll get it into position. So what I want him to do is kind of be coming over that base, and his tentacles kind of coming out this way. And then I have these little, I was telling somebody in the comments about these. This is a bag of little Halloween spiders. And we're going to steal his legs for the carrion crawler's legs. So maybe if I can look in here real quick and see if I can find like an ant or something we can steal the head from. I don't know what bugs I have. This is apparently not much of a bug box. It just has some Halloween spider rings in it. Alright. I don't think this is bugs. Oh, wait. Here's some bugs. Alright, cool. There's an ant. This looks like dinosaur box. Okay. Let's try again. Alright, I see a spider right on top. This looks like it has potential to be a bug box. Just spiders. A lot of spiders. I'm not digging through every box here. What's this box? Sorry, there's a lot of boxes over here. Oh, bugs! That crab might be cool. No. There on that. No worries, dudes. Alright, this should be cool though. Alright, so we know we want it to be kind of like that. Coming over it. So let's get a little bit of glue. Kind of mount him how we want him to be. Okay. Then what I want to do is I want to get some pieces of fabric that are real thin. Like an old t-shirt. Kind of wrap that down around and fill up the shape so he's smooth on the outside. Not smooth, but so I'm just tired of everything looking like everything's starting to look the same. So we might need to do this in 2 steps. Alright, we're just trying to snip off some of the irrational components of his material here. Again, might have been smarter to do that before. I cannot breathe. I'm having a heck of a time down here. It's not the basement's fault. I came back from vacation, my mini vacation, with some funk. Alright, so let's see what we can do with this head here. He's got some pinchers, but they're not in great shape. And that guy doesn't really have much like that body antennas, truthfully. He has like little gimpy dimpy ones. Alright. So those are pretty big. So we're going to take that front part off, or that back part off of those, and try to salvage those up and see if we can't make those work in some way. So it looks like he has 8. Which seems like it's going to be a lot to fit with these. So how we're going to have to try to do that. Yeah, even 4 seems like quite a bit. Okay. Looks like that might work out okay. Let's get these little spiders we were talking about. So these are just little like Halloween spiders. Like you would buy these to go into a like a little plastic web, or one of those little like cheesecloth webs maybe. We get a lighter and get some of these spider webs. Kind of see what we're doing here. Oh, it's spider webs. All right, so we have a lump on his back right here, a fold that I really hate. So what we're gonna do is get a little bit of glue and just drag that around. And then we got a little bit of a hole right there. A little bit of a weird hole, so we're just gonna kind of clean that up. I did not mean for that to look like such a right angle there. Okay. So for these little feet, my pants are falling down. Hold on, let me tuck it into my... There we go. So for these little feet, the easiest way to pick these up is probably going to be to use a forceps. And then we're just going to want to attach these by putting the tiniest dab of glue. Just drag them around and get them into place. I can't even pick this up without the forceps. Then up here on these spots, like where he can be touching the rock, angle that down to where he is touching the rock. So it shows that he's holding on somehow. Alright, mistakes were made there. And it's okay if we make a mistake. Come back and try to fix it when we're done. Oops. Clumsy, clumsy, clumsy. And then those other legs on the back there are probably going to be underneath him. But this one here is going to be sticking out for sure. Remember what I said to those, we want those touching the rock. Oops. All right. So we can use this glue gun and pick up any weird spots we missed at this point. There's going to be some, inevitably. These little weird bubbles where we got the leg stuck on. If you can kind of smooth those into part of the body a little bit, that'd be good. And if you can't, you can't. All right. Let's get this lighter and get rid of these spider webs. There's our carrion crawler. This is a little bit of a right angle more than I wanted, but that's okay. I think it'll look nice when we're done. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get him dry. Well, actually, you know what? Let's take a second and do something here. Let's make sure that all this stuff is going to stay. Let's get glue on all these little legs. Okay. Now, I'm going to let him thoroughly dry, and then I'm going to base coat him, and we're going to come back and paint him. And as far as, let's get a brush I don't mind throwing away. Try to brush this around into all the little cracks and crevices. Like I said, I'm going to take him and paint him black. Oh, you know what we forgot? On the ends of his little antennas there should be like a little ball dot. All right. Here we go. All right. Here we go. Good and painted. All right. So I'm going to let him dry in front of the fan. Then I'm going to base coat him. We'll come back and paint him a little bit. Hey, this is Doom from Dungeons and Doom Biscuit. This is the Carrion Crawler. I want to thank you guys for taking the time to be here with me today and helping build this thing. And if you learned something good out of this, that'd be awesome. If you don't, that's fine too. But just thanks for following along. Please like and subscribe. Hit that little notification bell so it'll tell you I made another monster or whatever I'm doing that day. Mostly monsters anymore, it seems like. And check out the website. It's in the description. Check out the Discord. It's in the description. I'm going to figure out where my lighter went and hit him right here, because look at that. There you go, a little dots of glue. All right. See you in the next one. In part 2, and we'll paint him up.